Hey guys, it's Jake, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can get a killer modern metal guitar tone for absolutely free. So we're in an age right now where plugins are becoming more and more indistinguishable from their real-world tube amp counterparts. And those plugins come in at a fraction of the price of their real-world tube amp counterparts and are a lot easier to record as well. So I got to thinking there's so much good stuff out there for relatively cheap, I wanted to see what the best modern metal guitar tone I could make using only free plugins was. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into Logic right now. I'm going to show you guys everything that I did to get the guitar tone in the song you just heard. Alright, so let's jump into Logic and I'll show you guys how I made this guitar tone. Alright, so pretty straightforward project. We got a guitar right, a guitar left, a lead track, a bass track, and then our drum track down here. So let's just go through over here and see what we're dealing with when it comes to one guitar tone. I'm going to center this. Alright, so that's what we're dealing with when it comes to our guitar tone. That's how it sounds just on its own. Okay, so let me just show you what we're working with here. So we've got amped Stevie T running. This is the free trial version. It's the Gent God amp. It sounds like it's based off of 5150. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into this too much. I just know that it's made by ML Sound Lab in association with Stevie T, and it sounds pretty good. So it has its own cab impulse section that I have turned off. I'm running my own impulses after the fact. I'll turn that off real quick just so you can hear what's happening with that. So turn that on, and then you can load your own custom IR, or you can use some of their pre-made ones. So let's just go through these real quick. So yeah, those all sound pretty good, especially for what's essentially a free plugin. I'm pretty stoked on the Mega OS. I'm gonna assume that's a Mesa oversized rectifier cab. So then if we go back into the plugin, sorry, real quick, we'll take a look at the pedal board. So you can see I have the noise gate on, but just barely. I'm doing most of my work with that just by chopping out parts I want to be quiet, or by just playing or just muting well. I do find that this noise gate can go over the top real quick and kind of kill some overtones when it comes to doing pinch harmonics. So I kind of left it off and just tried to play as cleanly as I could, or cut out parts that I couldn't. I've got an overdrive going. Right now it's drive at 0, level all the way up, and then tone just past nude. That's pretty standard for just a boost, and then the reverb and delay are turned off. All right, so now jumping into the next part of this amp, or my guitar tone, we've got a graphic EQ. This is just a standard 10-band EQ, something like you would find in like an MXR 10-band EQ that you would run in the effects loop of an amp. This is something that I like to do just because it gives me a little bit more control over my tone. Not doing too much here. I'm cutting out 31 because you're not going to want any of that in your guitar tone anyway, so I might as well cut that sort of at the source. Leaving this alone, bumping a little bit in the low mids just to give them a bit more body, leaving the mids pretty much alone. Usually I do duck out a little bit at around 2K and boost at 4K. I still have that boost going at 4K just to give you a little bit more of that pick attack. So let me just show you what that sounds like. Just kind of brings that pick attack out a little bit more and just kind of makes it a little bit more, just pop out a little bit more on a mix. Ducking just a hair at 8K and then ducking about 3 decibels at around 16K, just to kind of tame some of that high-end hiss. And yeah, I could go a lot more extreme with this, but I didn't want to because I find that it's very easy to get a very colored sounding tone with this, so let me just show you how it sounds with and without it. So I turn this off. So it's doing a bit, giving it a bit more body and a little bit more bite, but overall it's just kind of a little bit. I didn't want it to be too extreme or color the tone too much. All right, so then last and probably most importantly, we have Ignite NadIR or NadIR. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. This is by STL Tones. It's an IR loader. For those of you that don't know what an IR is, very simply, it's a complex EQ that simulates something being run through something. In this case, it simulates what the guitar would sound like if it's being run through a cabinet. So this comes with a few IRs. I downloaded some ones that were, again, available for free. And just went with those for this just because in my opinion, a lot of people overlook cabs. Cabs are probably the most important part to defining your guitar tone, just because it'll define the overall character of your guitar tone. Amps are important too, but I think that good IRs will get you a lot further than an amp sim will. So, yeah, right now we have a Mesa traditional cab, which is a Mesa rectifier cabinet with an SM57. And then I'm doing a Marshall 1960s with also an SM57 on it, and just blending the two together. So... Alright, so I'm back. I just realized I had a gate on, and that's why I wasn't showing what that sounds like, but this is what the Marshall sounds like. This is what the Mesa sounds like. And then together they sound like this. Another good thing about this plugin is that it lets you high pass and low pass and control the resonance of your cab, so it gives you a little bit more flexibility with your IRs and can just kind of help you really shape your tone. So yeah, again, these are all free IRs that you can download with the links in the description, and the STL Tones NadIR I will also link down in the description below, so you can download all that stuff down there. Even if you are using paid amp sims, I always like having an external IR loader just because if I think that one guitar part really calls for something different, or I'm just having a hard time getting the tone with the cabs that are built into the amp sim, I always like to go into an external IR loader just to really tweak my tones. And I do have a fair deal of IRs just downloaded for just such an occasion. But other than that, that's how I got the guitar tone in this video for completely free. Alright, so there you guys go. That's how I got a pretty good guitar tone for completely free. I was honestly really impressed with the Stevie T amp, and I'm also super surprised that they're giving away something like that for free. That to me sounds way better than most free plugins that I've heard, and even some paid ones that I've heard, and you can download it for free right now on ML Sound's website. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you got something out of it. If you're just starting off with recording and you want a good guitar tone, then I'd highly recommend checking out every plugin that I used in this video, just to get your foot in the door, and then upgrading stuff from there. Alright guys, that's it for me. If you liked any of the music that you heard in this video, I'll leave a link in the description to my band. You can check out my music there. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe for more content. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, guys, have a good one.